Welcome to the online classes conducted by the DUO Nalgonda. This is Vijayender, TS Model School, Kanagal. In last video of the part 2 of the refraction of light at curved surface, we have seen that ray diagram, drawing ray diagram for the image formed by the convex lens. You have seen different cases when the object is at infinite distance and image is formed at focus. When the object is placed behind the center of curvature, image is formed between the focus and center of curvature. When the object is placed at center of curvature, image is formed at center of curvature. When the object is placed between center of curvature and focus, image is forming behind the center of curvature. And when the object is placed at focus, image is forming at infinite position. And when we place in these all 5 cases, image is real and inverted. But when we place the object between focus and optic center of the convex lens, image is virtual image, that is same side of the object, that is virtual and erected and enlarged or magnified image is formed. Now we are going to see how the ray diagram can drawn for the image formed by the concave lens. Here concave lens is a diverging lens, and already we know when the object is at infinity position, image is forming at focus. So in first case, when the object is at infinite position, is at infinity, when an object is at infinity, how this is the symbol of concave lens, geometrical midpoint is optic center denoted with P or O, and it has 2 focuses and 2 center of curvatures. Here object is at infinity, that means we are considering only paraxial or parallel beam, parallel light rays only. So the light rays which are parallel to the principal axis are only considered in this case. This is the principal axis, Here incident ray is parallel to the principal axis of concave mirror. Then this is the refractor. Refractor appeared diverging from the focus. Incident ray, this is the refracted ray. Incident ray, refracted ray. Incident ray, refracted ray. Here if we extend all refracted rays back side, they appear diverging from the focus. That means when an object is placed at infinity, all refracted rays appear diverging from the focus, or they are, if we extend it back side, they intersecting at focus. That means image is forming at focus. So here this image is virtual image, because refracted rays are not really converge or diverge. When we extended, just they appeared, virtually appeared, so it is forming the virtual image. So here position of object at infinity, position of image is forming at focus, nature of image, that is virtual and erected, and size size of image is point size are diminished. Are highly diminished. It is point size image. So this is the first case. In next case, whenever the object is placed on the principal axis of the concave mirror, how the image is forming? Wherever the position of the object on the principal axis of concave lens here except to infinite position, how the image is forming? This is the concave lens, optic center. It has two focuses, f1 and f2, and two center of curvature c1 and c2. Now take the object AB. Now draw the a ray parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it appears to pass from the focus. Another ray passing through the optic center of the concave lens, it is refracted undeviated. Here if we extend these two refracted rays, these two refracted rays are converging here, intersecting here. So image is forming here. This is the B dash, this is A dash. A dash, B dash is the image of AB. Here this image is the virtual image because it is not really intersected, just refracted is backside extended. So it is appeared, virtually appeared. So these refracted rays are intersecting at this point. So image is virtual image and erected image, size is diminished. So here we have placed the object between center of curvature and focus, but not only here except the case where the object is positioned at infinity, remaining all cases wherever the position of the object on the principal axis of the convex lens, image is always forming between the focus and optic center. The nature of the image is virtual and erected, size is diminished. So we can directly, wherever the position of the object on the principal axis of the concave lens, image is here, image forms between focus and optic center. Focus and optic center. A nature is that is virtual and erected. You can say virtual erected. Virtual erected point size, you can say. Image forms between focus and optic center. Wherever the position of the object on the principal axis of the concave lens, virtual erected and point size image forms between focus and optic center of the concave lens, except the position when we place the object in infinite position. In that case only image is forming at focus. Remaining all cases wherever the position of the object on the principal axis of the concave lens, it always forms the virtual erected and point size image between the focus and optic center of the concave lens. Here the use of this concave lens is used to correct the myopia, eye defect, myopia or short sightedness. Okay. Next we are going to see the how to draw the image of the how to draw the ray diagram of the image for the point size object. Now we are going to see the how to draw the ray diagram to locate the position of the image formed by the lens. Here the size of the object is point size. The source of the light is very point size. How to draw the ray diagram? We have the examples 4 and 5. In example 4, we have draw the ray diagram to locate the position of image when a point source S is placed on optical axis Mn of a concave lens in such a way that it is behind the focal point F2. Here we have the convex lens. Here the object or source of light is S. It is point size object. It is placed on the principal axis behind the focus F2. Now we have to find the location of the S by drawing the ray diagram. Here to draw this, first draw the perpendicular. This is the converging lens. So image is forming opposite side. So here first draw the perpendicular through the next focus. This is the focus. First you should draw the perpendicular or normal through the next focus. Next draw a incident ray from source to onto the lens. This is the incident ray. This is the optic center of the lens. We have drawn a incident ray onto the lens. This is at point P dash. Now draw the parallel ray which is passing through the optic center to the incident ray. We have to draw the parallel ray to the incident ray through the optic center. So this is the parallel ray passing through the optic center. Now this parallel ray drawn to the incident ray, parallel line drawn to the incident ray is intersecting the perpendicular at the point F naught. Now draw the refracted ray through these intersection points of the parallel line and normal through the focus. This is the refracted ray. Refracted ray is intersecting on the principal axis at this point. This intersection point will give the image of the point size object S. I is the image of the point size object. First to draw the point ray diagram to locate the position of the image of a point size object. First step is to draw the normal through the focus. Second step is draw the incident ray at any point on the lens. This is incident ray. Next third step, draw a parallel line to the incident ray. This is the parallel lines. Now this parallel line and normal both are intersecting at a point. Now draw the refracted ray through this intersection point. This refracted ray intersecting principal axis at a point. This intersection point will give the image of the or position of the image of the point size object S. So steps first draw normal through focus. Second one, draw incident ray object. Third step, draw parallel line to incident ray. through focus. Focus. Fourth one. Next, draw the refracted through the intersection point of normal and parallel line. Draw the refracted ray through intersection point of normal and parallel line. Parallel line. These refracted ray meets at a point that on the principal axis. That intersection point is the image of or position of image of the point object S. Now, in example 5, these are the steps to draw the ray diagram to locate the position of the image for the point objects. We have the in example 5. Now, in next example 5, complete the ray diagram to show the paths of the rays through the lenses shown in the figure 5a and 5b. In 5a, we have the convex lens. In 5b, we have the concave lens. Here, these are the incident rays are given. So, we have to complete the ray diagram. Incident rays are, so this is the incident ray is coming from the point object. So, first draw this convex lens. Here incident ray is coming from the point object. So, we should draw the normal. We have the 4 steps. First step is first draw the normal through the focus. This is the normal. Second step, we have to draw the incident ray from the point source. Here there is no point source, just incident ray already given. So, we go to the third step, that is we have to draw the parallel line to this incident ray through the optic center. This is the parallel line. Through the optic center to given incident ray. This parallel line drawn through the optic center given to the incident ray is intersecting at this point, that is F0. Now, finally, we have to draw the refracted ray through the intersection point of normal and parallel line to the incident ray through the optic center. That is refracted ray, we should draw through the intersection point. This is the refracted ray. This refracted ray is intersecting principal axis at this point. So, this is the image of the point objects. For this convex lens, in 5b case, we have the concave lens. So, draw the lens again. This is the optic center. We have the focus F1, F2. Here incident ray is given. We know that on the concave lens, these refracted rays are diverging or appear to diverge. So, this is the refracted ray. First of all, you should draw the normal through the this focus. This is the normal, and next you should draw the parallel line to the given incident line. Parallel line to the optic center to the given incident line. This is the incident line. So we should draw the parallel line. This is the parallel line to the given incident line. This parallel line is intersecting this normal line at this point f naught. So through this f naught we have to draw the refracted ray. So this is the refracted ray. If we extended the refracted ray backside, here image is forming on the principal axis, or if the object is on the principal axis, image is forming it on the principal axis. If the object is here not on the principal axis, here image is forming on the focal plane. So if the object is on the principal axis, image is forming here. If the object is not in principal axis, that image is forming on the focal plane. Focal plane means which is passing through the focal point. This is the ray diagram for both phi A and phi B. In reflection at a curved surface, we have the mirror formula, that is relation between object distance u and image distance v and focal length of the mirror. That we have mirror formula is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. And now we have the length formula, or relation between the object distance u, image distance v and focal length f of the lens. That is given by here 1 by f is equal to 1 by u, 1 by v minus 1 by u, where f is the focal length of the lens, v is image distance, v is object distance. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u is the length formula, a relation between the object distance u, image distance v and focal length of the lens. Next, now we are going to find how to find the focal length of the convex lens, or we can observe we are going to do the experiment object distance observing the image formed by the convex lens. Okay. Now we do the experiment to finding the focal length of the convex lens. The materials required are, this is convex lens, and this is V stand, place this is screen, this is the screen, and here this is the object, here candle is taken as the object. Now this procedure, place this convex lens in V stand and screen or white paper and candle, they must be in the same axis, Now take the candle, light on it. Now place here, observe the distance between object and this lens, that will give the object distance, and by moving this screen here and there towards and away, find the position where you can get the sharp image of this candle light. See here, candle light is upward direction, this is downward direction. This image is real image because we can catch on the screen. that direction is downward, so it is a inverted image. And now measure the object distance, that is from optic center to this mirror, optic center to object, that is object distance, and that will give the object distance, and this is the image distance, and again you find the change the position of the this object distance. Now find the position of the image. Now again you can find the inverted image is forming on the screen. Again you measure this object distance from lens to object, and image distance from lens to image, that will give the image distance, and we can observe the nature of the image, that is real and inverted image, because downward direction is there, downward direction. Now we know in case 6 of the image formed by the convex lens, when we place the only that image formed by the convex lens is virtual image when the object is placed between focus and here optics end. See here. Now this focal length of this lens is approximately 25 centimeters. Now I have taken the, now you cannot see any image here. Now we can see the virtual image from this side, from this side. See here, virtual and erected and enlarged image. You can observe the image through the lens, that is virtual and erected and enlarged or magnified image you can observe. This is only possible when the object distance is u is less than the focal length. That means we place the object between focus of the lens and optic center of the lens, then you get the virtual and erected and magnified or enlarged image. Okay. And we have seen that experiment. We have taken this is screen, this is V stand or lens holder, this is the object. Here we have measured the distance, object distance, that is the distance from here optic center of the lens to object is called object distance u, and the distance from here lens or optic center of lens to image is called image distance v. In every case you note down the values in the table, and from the focal length formula you can find the focal length of the convex lens. Once again, to finding focal length of the convex lens, the materials required are convex lens, V stand, white paper or screen, and candle light. We have the formula that f is equal to focal length of the convex lens, or 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. By applying sign convention, we can get the formula for the focal length. Here u is equal to minus u, then focal length u is equal to uv by u plus v. So from this formula we can calculate the focal length of the convex lens. For this, take the convex lens in V stand and take the candle and take the white paper or screen, place on the table on the same horizontal line. When you keep this candle light at certain distance, by moving screen towards and away from the lens, you can find the sharp image of the candlelight. That sharp image of the candlelight is will give on the screen. You can see that is the real and inverted image. Measure the distance between optic lens and object, that is will give the object distance u, and the distance from image to this lens will give the image distance v. Note down the values in the table and repeat this experiment for object distance 40 centimeters and 50 centimeters and 60 centimeters. Note down this all values and calculate the focal length of the lens. Here we can find in each case focal length of the lens is same. It may be some parts difference. Then you take the average focal length. Average focal length will give the focal length of the lens. This is the, and we have seen that when the object is placed at a distance less than the focal length, then we have seen the image is virtual and erected and enlarged image. Okay.